First went to Gambia when I was invited down to play the Roots Festival, put on by a lady called Clary Mendy. It's a big festival that the president of Gambia himself is very much involved in, you know. It helps to promote the Gambia. When I went to Jifre Island, this was, same 2003, we went to this place in the Gambia called Jifre Island where a lot of the slaves were taken from, from in the Gambia. It has a connection with Kunta Kente and the whole Roots theme by Alex Haley. Well, on this journey over to Jifre, I saw one of the members, of my party. Someone had threw a Benson and Hedges cigarette packet on the floor. I remember it clearly. And I remember this little girl, who was about 5 years old at the time, run up to this cigarette box, split it open, was happy that she had some paper to write on, because paper's, kind of expensive for them, like maybe 2p a sheet or something. So that was the first time I thought to myself, something, I have to build a school over here. That was, the main inspiration for me to want to build a school. When I realized how much waste in this country we use, and we spend in schools and use and throw away in schools. Yet still, over here in Gambia, you find that people really do appreciate a pen, a pencil. So, and education itself. There's a big value on education. So I thought, yes, I have to start building a school. To build a school straight away was going to be a bit too much at the time with my, the type of work commitments I had. So there was a school near to me called the Princess Diana of Wales School in Kololi, and they had a few classrooms empty. So I went to the local Arcalo, which you may call your local mayor, and asked him would it be possible for me to fund a teacher or two to teach all the local children who couldn't afford to go to school. Like, it costs £50 a year for one child to go to school. Most of the parents can't afford that. So I asked the local Arcalo if he wouldn't mind if we used two of the rooms. So the local children who can't afford to go to school, I'd pay for their school uniform, school books, pens, pencils, and for their education. When we first started the school, this was December 2003. We had probably about 10 pupils. There was a little bit of reluctancy for the parents to want to send them to the school because they really didn't know much about myself. However, myself and a girl called Jazika Zikawe, she was like the daughter of the first president of Nigeria. Together we went to see the local Arcalo and managed to get a retired teacher, to teach the children I paid his wages basically. It wasn't for free, just paid his wages. And the school started to grow slowly, but all of a sudden, once I managed to Jazik designed the uniform, and I asked to put the colours, red, gold and green, in it. And then once the children had a uniform to identify, the school started to grow, the classes started to grow bigger. And now we have 38 children that Mr. Juff and his assistant teacher, Lamin, teaches. The age group of the children are from about 6 to 11 years old. And one of the good things is that some of these children, before coming to the school, in fact, vast majority of them could not read or write. Now they're able to go into secondary school with the ability to, be literate, read and write. Simple ABC and things, they know. A lot of the money that I've got over the years to support the school has come from a lot of friends of friends, events. We done an event in Catford, Broadway, Bring Your Pupa Come a Dance, and that was my band Elements with Alton Ellis, Peter Honningale and some other artists. And we done a donation. Well, a donation was given to me then of £500 to go towards the school and uniforms and stuff. And I'd like to thank everybody over the years, all the musicians, artists, and press, radio, everyone who's been involved to help us come to thus far. Over the last 12 months, I've been fortunate to have the pleasure to meet some real powerful individuals as part of the Lewisham Way Black Fathers Group. And when I mentioned to them that I was thinking of building a new school from scratch, they was all very supportive. I mean, over the years, some of them have come down to the existing school, Princess Diana Wales School in Kololi, and they've come back with a real passion to help build a new school. And I'd like to thank Desi Texture, the people who drew all the art, that done all the architect work for the building, and Raggy, otherwise known as Bakari Bojang. He's the mayor of Lamin, who's kindly donated some land with another member of the Fathers Group, Mr. X, who runs Erase Foundation. They donated half the land and the other half I'd bought, and so the children could have a playground. And one more time I have to say thank you to all the people who's helped thus far. In April this year, 2010, I'd kept a fundraising show with the Fathers Group in Nettleford Hall, West Norwood, and we had artists like Janet Kay, Peter Arningale, Victor Romero Evans made a cameo, appearance, alongside Dennis Barville, and quite a few artists we had this year, and we raised £2,000. I went down to Gambia in June, and we managed to start buying a whole bit of materials like the sand and the gravel and the block making machines, and all the things that you need to start building a school. We had 2 children who used to collect the water because there's no water on the land, and these 2 children would travel 3 kilometers one way and 3 kilometers back on a donkey so that we could have water to mix the cement. So I went back to the Fathers Group and let them know what was happening. We sent down, £400 or £500 to start building a well, so that the children wouldn't have to travel so far now to get the water. We actually need the water on the land anyway. So one of the reasons I like to be in Gambia as well is it's one of the few places that you can, spar with the crocodiles. No problem. You can stroke them and, they won't bite you. And me thinking about doing something like that in this country, England, is a no-no, but for some reason when you're in tune with the elements in Gambia, it's no problem. So, enough respect to everyone who's been to the crocodile farm. I'll be going down to Gambia somewhere in the near future because fortunately we managed to send down a big shipment of books and school uniform and football kits and generators and encyclopedias and all kind of things that some kind people over the last year has donated, and we ourselves at the Fathers Group has spent some money to send down. And we'd like to just thank one more time all the people who made some kind donations to send down to the schools in Gambia that we're working with. Interpreting link, Mark from Welling Garden City. Enough respect to your kind donation of all those books that you sent down. Thanks very much.
To make a share, so we can be nice for life. More love, yeah. More love,
My resistance is getting weaker. I just can't stand the pressure. I can't be any meeker. I've got to find me some of the treasure I need. Nothing to be a man, because I was born a man, and I deserve the right to live like any other man. you be my lady? Won't you be my love? Won't you be my lady? We'll take it slow to concentrate.